What is going on, y'all? All right, we are halfway through the year, and where does the time go? But we are long overdue for a Costco grocery haul. Now, I've done one in the past, which was last year, 2021 Costco grocery haul. You guys seem to have enjoyed that. So today, 2022, we're gonna hit up Costco and see if we can find some of my favorites, but also see if we can dig up some new healthy, low-calorie, high-protein treats or snacks and see if they resonate with us. But if there are any that really catch my eye, I'm gonna definitely pick some up. We're gonna do a taste test or a review at home, and yeah, so I'm very curious to see what we can find, but I'm also curious to see what your favorite snacks at Costco that you guys pick up. So let me know down in the comments what they are, but otherwise, let's get into the video. All right, so first up, I had to get these. I've been eyeing them ever since they popped up at our Costco a few weeks back. I love getting at least a couple of servings of fruit in every day, and seeing just new fruits like this just totally light up a fire under me. So definitely snagged those, and at $4.99, it's not that bad, at least for a one-time splurge and trying something new. Then we've got the good old spring mix, and you really can't go wrong with getting vegetables at Costco. They're so cheap compared to buying them at Target or any other location, at least from the prices that I've seen. Usually I think you'll pick up a container for like $5 at a Target or a local grocery store, but these were $3.99. So then we've got the classic kimchi, and honestly, I have always been super skeptical about picking up kimchi from Costco, but I gave it a go, and I gotta say it's actually surprisingly really good. So if you're a fan of kimchi or you've been wanting to get it and just kind of test the waters out, I can totally recommend kimchi from Costco being worth a try. And also, it's supposed to be really good for your stomach. And then right next to the kimchi are the pickled onions. These are absolutely to die for. And so if you guys saw my last video, you probably heard me say that pickled vegetables could easily be a replacement for anything that's fried. I think it's totally true. I've always been a huge fan of fried onion rings, but ever since I picked these up, I just realized that there's some sort of resemblance, obviously because of the onions, but they definitely do a good job in terms of overall flavor, and you don't really need a whole lot to kind of curb that craving. And then on to the protein. So I'm a big fan of sandwiches, and if I ever pick up deli meat, it's gonna be from here. I can't remember the last time I picked up deli meat at the counter at a local grocery store, but if you have the ability to cut these up with a knife, give this a shot. It tends to be a lot cheaper by the pound compared to your traditional deli meat, and I guarantee you guys will love this deli meat from Costco. Not to mention, it's a huge chunk of protein. But then right next to it, we had the egg white wraps. Now, I've been totally eyeing these and wanting to pick them up for a really long time. I just never really quite knew what I was going to do with them, but I think today is the day. We're going to pick some up, and for 25 calories, you can't go wrong. Like 25 calorie for an egg white wrap, it saves you time, and at the same token, super low calorie. But it's $7.99, 12 servings, and I think that breaks down to like 70 cents each or so. Super cheap. Now these suckers, if you have not tried these, are absolutely fire. They're so tasty. I think it's been a couple of years where I've been digging into these from time to time, and they're perfect for the air fryer or the oven or even the microwave. But I do think they're a little high on the sodium side, so I just honestly really make sure I'm drinking enough water, because otherwise I realize the next day when I wake up, I tend to be holding a lot more water. Then we've got my absolute favorite brand at Costco right now. For the last few months, I have been addicted to Amy Lou. Now, they've recently introduced two new items. They've got the mango jalapeno chicken meatballs and then the white cheddar chicken burgers. They used to carry the Amy Lou breakfast sausages, and if you guys ever see these over at Costco or any other grocery store, you need to definitely try them if you haven't already. So the mango jalapeno chicken meatballs are 170 calories for 4 meatballs, and I think it's like $1 per serving is basically what it breaks down to, but these are by far my favorite over at Costco. Now, I'm not too sure if any other grocery stores carry Amy Lou, but again, if you guys ever see this, definitely worth giving a shot. So these egg whites are 100% a staple for me. I'm not sure about you, but if you're team egg whites or team beaters, let me know down in the comments. I used to use Liquid Egg Whites International when I used to live in Boston and San Diego, and they deliver these huge gallon bottles, but I just could never get away with the texture of them because they were just way too rubbery. They almost were like egg beaters, but in egg white form. I don't know, super weird. And they also took up so much space because when they delivered them in a package, they just delivered them by the gallon. So So just imagine having a few gallons of egg whites stuffed in your fridge or the freezer. It just takes up so much space. But either way, these egg whites from Costco are my absolute staple, great source of protein, and you can literally drink them out of the carton. So I don't get these very often, but I find these hard-boiled eggs to be super, super essential, especially when I know that I'm traveling. So we're definitely snagging these bad boys. Fire roasted Brussels sprouts, $12.79, $3 per serving essentially. I think there's 4 bags in these, but I've been eyeing these Brussels sprouts for quite a while because any vegetables that are frozen are right up my alley. It makes my life so much easier when it comes to cooking and prepping, and just gives me time to focus on other important aspects of day to day. And then I saw these bad boys, frozen yogurt cups, $14.99, 18 cups, 95 calories each. How epic is that? Yes, I imagine the cups are going to be quite small, but for 95 calories, I mean, you really can't go wrong, especially for a nice treat during the summer. So we're definitely picking these up, but it looks like from a macro standpoint, we got 14 grams of carbs, 2 grams of protein, 2 grams of fat. Yeah, we're definitely game. We're going to definitely try these out. And this is an absolute staple. If you haven't picked one up already, you're definitely missing out. There's so many different foods that this can apply to, but just make sure to keep in mind, just because it says 0 calories on the bag, it's not 100% accurate. I believe it's about 5 calories per like 2 grams, 3 grams or so. So you can't go too crazy because those calories will definitely add up. But I think for 2 grams worth of ranch seasoning, I mean, you can definitely get a mouthful of flavor. And so highly recommend if you guys haven't checked these out already. And then last but not least, if you're a fan of oatmeal, these are just too good. $12.99 for essentially a 10-pound box of oats. 2 5-pound bags, come on. I mean, this oatmeal will last you a lifetime. I actually use about a box of this almost every month. Great price for oatmeal. And if you haven't ventured over to Costco, this is definitely worth giving a shot. All right, so I think that's about it. We're gonna go home and give some of these new products a try. All right, so I had to wait a little bit, but put everything back into the fridge because no joke, it is so hot out here. The little frozen yogurts all melted, and I think I only found one that actually stayed somewhat consistent. So definitely had to wait on some of these cold items, but we've got a few things that we're gonna try out. So first up, we've got the fire roasted Brussels sprouts and uncured bacon. Then we've got our little Pineberries. Legit, I got stopped walking out of the Costco by 5, 6, maybe 7 people just asking, oh, is this good? I have no idea, because no joke, this literally just looked super interesting. I mean, take a look at those strawberries. I mean, who has ever seen these types of strawberries? Super pale, what is it called? Pinkaboo. Peekaboo! Then we got these baddies right here, Egg Life. I have been super curious about these. And then I picked up this sucker. So I saw this at our Dallas location. This is a few months back, but up in Plano, which is north of Dallas, I haven't actually seen these anymore. So I actually stopped by Kroger to pick up some other items and came across this little guy, Cleo Greek yogurt bars. Pretty cool. So they had a couple different flavors. So we're gonna try this out. 9 grams of protein though. And they had a couple different flavors, chocolate, vanilla. I picked up this little bad boy right here. I think they also had strawberry. And then lastly, we've got our twisted frozen yogurt. This is like 95 calories in this little cup. So let's dig in. All right, first up, we've got the twisted frozen yogurt. This is, I think this is like an orange creamsicle flavor. You can see the top melted a little bit. All the other, so 14 grams of carbs, 2 grams of protein, 2 grams of fat. They're all 95 calories. Just like an orange creamsicle. All right, time to dig in. Oh, that's good. Not bad at all. So they have 2 other flavors, strawberry and vanilla bean, chocolate and white chocolate. And this is actually really nice for under 100 calories. If you got a little bit of a sweet kick you're trying to fulfill, this could do it. Next up is this bad boy right here. You might have seen it over at your local Costco because I definitely saw it at our Dallas location. I haven't seen it anywhere else, but 140 calories, 6 grams of fat, 14 grams of carbs, 9 grams of protein. There's a little chocolate coating on the outside. It's a pretty hefty chocolate coating. And then I'm imagining Greek bar underneath. Smells pretty good. That is a very interesting flavor. You know how Greek yogurt has that kind of sour, bitter, tart taste? It definitely comes through here. I was not expecting it to be that strong. It's actually really thick. Definitely holds up like a pretty solid bar. Not ice cream flavor, very thick, creamy per se, but I actually really like it. It is a little bit more sour than I would have expected. Oh wow, these things smell so sweet. That is just the strangest looking strawberry. Well, it's not a strawberry, pinkberry, pineberry. Hey Google, what's a pineberry?
According to Wikipedia, Pineberry is a white strawberry cultivar with red seeds and a pineapple-like flavor.
Cheers. That is pretty damn good. It's not as deep of a flavor of pineapple, but you've also got a hint of that strawberry flavor. That's pretty good. All right, so I'm super curious to see what this actually tastes like by itself without actually cooking it. Paper thin. I'm glad that, oh, they kind of stuck together. Super light. Yeah, pretty tasteless. I imagine you can make these at home relatively pretty easy. Let's make our quesadilla. Okay, so definitely not the crispiest quesadilla. Super flimsy. You have a little bit of color from the pan, or I guess I should probably say the non-stick spray. I guess it works. All right, cheers. That's not half bad. It doesn't have the bite like you would expect from like a wrap or tortilla. But for 25 calories, you can't go wrong. Like, this is pretty epic. You could literally just take these with you anywhere you go. Makes things super efficient, super quick. Throw some peanut butter, throw some sandwich meat, make a wrap, make a quesadilla. This is pretty awesome. Definitely would recommend. And I think the best part about it is there's no like really strong odor, like egg odor, especially, because I think my biggest concern would be taking this with me out on a trip and then having everything just smell like egg. Ew. Got a leaky 90 calories in this one little bag. Oh my goodness. You see the size of these Brussels sprouts? Honestly, I'm a little disappointed because there's only a few bits of bacon here, but at the same time, 90 calories for an entire pouch. What do you expect? So these are gigantic Brussels sprouts. That's all I gotta say. I mean, these things are freaking massive. Yeah, I gotta say, flavor-wise, absolutely great. Definitely tastes fire roasted, or as if you had just put them onto a grill, baked them, put some pretty decent seasoning. These are pretty fire. I actually don't think you need any additional seasoning to this. The only downside is, again, there's only just a few bits of bacon here, but these are absolutely delicious. Gonna destroy this. Yeah, I would totally recommend these. If you're not a big fan of cooking, really wanna try and minimize any time that you're in the kitchen, these will definitely help out. Throw them in the microwave, throw them on the stove top, literally just a few minutes, just keep them up. You're good to go. Guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. I appreciate you all tuning in, and I hope you guys enjoyed this Costco grocery haul. I think we'll end up doing a Target or a Walmart. Let me know down in the comments below. But otherwise, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Absolutely would love to have you here. And if you haven't already, smash that big fat thumbs up. Boop, boop. But in the meantime, stay safe, stay swole, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.